All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming live from our Joburg office. Good morning and welcome back to the opening bell with myself, Tshepo and Ashley. And this is brought to you by TD Markets and TD Markets Academy every Mondays to Fridays at 9, streaming live on YouTube. Welcome back, everyone. It's a brand new week. I hope you guys had a good weekend. I hope you guys are having a good morning so far. It's a brand new week and let's get right into it. So this morning we are looking at the crypto. We're looking at the crypto just to do a crypto overview and look at some indicators that we've been talking about, right? The past week, we spoke about the crypto, we spoke about Bitcoin, Ethereum, we spoke about the fundamentals that are moving price that time. And so in this session, we're just going to do a quick recap, a quick update, and then so that we can anticipate and just be prepared for the week, all right? So we've got Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? Now, from the fundamental standpoint, all right, our indicators, our main indicators, which is the ETF flow chart, the liquidation heat map, right? Those have not changed. So I think with the crypto this week, we are sticking to the same script we had last week. We're sticking to the same theme we had last week. There is a lot of outflows, ETF outflows on Bitcoin and Ethereum, all right? So as a result, that pushes price towards the downside, all right? So that remains the same. And then when you look at your liquidation heat map, you will notice that there's a lot of long positions that have been liquidated. Long positions, not short, but long positions that have been liquidated. So that tells you a lot about institutions, right? In terms of the ETF outflows we've had the whole of last week, that gives you insight about the institutions and how they are positioned at this current moment, all right? And then with the liquidation heat map, that gives an insight on not only the retail trader but also the institutions, all right? So just to summarize this, right? What we spoke about last week, which is looking at the main indicators, they are indicating that the market is still bearish, right? Bitcoin, Ethereum are still bearish. So looking ahead for this week, right, we are sticking to the same script, all right? So on the chart right now, I've got BTC. I'm going to start with Ethereum before we get to Bitcoin, all right? So I'm going to start with Ethereum. So this is how we're looking, guys, right? So last time we spoke about Ethereum coming back down to $1,500, all right? This low around $1,500. It didn't really go to that zone, but just around that zone, right? We can see we have a low around $1,510. And yesterday's candle, we can clearly see on the daily time frame that price at the moment is ranging, all right? If you take a look at that spike, and then you take a look at these spikes right here, you will notice that price is not going anywhere at the moment. It's just ranging, all right, from the daily time frame. And so on the 1 hour, you're gonna see the same thing, all right? So what's happening here, guys, is that Ethereum has gone back to this low as previously indicated, and now we are seeing a bit of rejection. But the current price action has not given us what I would say proper price action and formations for us just to make a conclusion whether price is going to go up or is going to go down. We don't see that at the moment, right? I think for the past 4 days, for the past 3 days, price was just ranging on Ethereum. All right, so this is how we're going to approach Ethereum for today. All right, there's a possibility we're going to see Ethereum trading around $1,600, right? There's a possibility we're going to see Ethereum pushing up to $1,600, and that is because of the rejection we're seeing here. So there's been a large spike, right? And then price has gone into a consolidation, but you can see with the current candle and the previous candle, that price is rejecting this area. Let me just highlight this area. There's a lot of rejection that's happening right here, right? So if the current daily candle closes like this, we're gonna see price pushing up to $1,600 if, all right. So we are keeping a very close eye on that. And then on the lower time frame, if you go to the 4-hour time frame, look at how the 4-hour is, right? We can see there's a lot of rejection here. So there's a possibility, right? Not a possibility, but there's a higher probability chance we're gonna see Ethereum going back to $1,600. And then from there, we'll come back and just have a look at what price action we're getting. But like I said, we don't, the current price action doesn't give us a solid case, all right? It doesn't give us a solid case for us to conclude and say, okay, price will go up or will go down. So I think for this week, we might just need to wait. We might just have to wait for one more day, right? Wait for this candle to close, and then let's have a look at the next candle, how it's going to form. And if you look at Bitcoin, the same thing, right? So Bitcoin came down to this low as previously stated. And, even though there's been a lot of rejections, but overall, the market has been ranging around the zone, all right? It's been ranging around the zone. And if you go to the 4-hour time frame, this is how things are looking, all right? So we have this high. We've got this high right here, all right, which is around, let me just get the price here, 60,000, yeah, 60,930, all right? Now, with the current price action, looking at where the market is, the zone is rejecting, there's a higher probability chance we're gonna go up to 60,930, all right? 60,930. There's a higher probability chance. So if you go back to the daily, this is provided, this will depend on whether the daily time frame closes like this or not, right? Because in order for us to get that push towards the upside, we need the daily time frame to maintain this rejection here, right? And then we're looking, there's a high probability chance that we're gonna go up after that. So going back to the 4-hour, this is how things are looking, and even the 1 hour, right? So here, again, 60,930, that is the target that we have on Bitcoin. And then we also have this possibility. If I just put a channel, there we go. There's a channel, right? There's a possibility that we may go above that zone to around 61,500 or 400, right? There's a possibility. But yeah, there is a short-term movement we see. But like I said, right now, start of a brand new week, we don't have a strong case here. We don't have price action that gives us a strong case of what price will do next. So I think we just need to wait one more day. To see how today's trading will go, and then at least maybe tomorrow we'll have a proper idea of what price is trying to do. So yeah, so that's basically how Bitcoin is looking and how Ethereum is looking. All right, there's still a lot of outflows. The long positions have been liquidated, so now that's why price has been going down. All right, but it's currently trading at critical levels, currently trading at very important levels, especially Bitcoin, currently trading at very important levels. I mean, that $59,000 price and that $60,000 price level, that's a very important price level right now on Bitcoin. All right, so let's see what's going to happen, guys. I think for today, we might need to sit on our hands a bit. And then just observe price and see what it will do today in order for us to know what's going to happen tomorrow. All right. So yeah, so that's basically the opening bell this morning. Ethereum and Bitcoin. We'll come back with more updates later on in the week. All right. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned. And remember, if you want to open up an account, simply head over to our website, which is tdmarkets.com. You can also send us an email to care@tdmarkets.com. All right. So yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this morning. Have yourselves a great day, and then we will catch you guys again on tomorrow's episode of the opening bell. Cheers, guys.